What's up, guys? Quantrix02 here. Man, what a night for professional wrestling. It seems like WWE has been on their game when it comes to the WWE network and the content that they provide on the network. You can say whatever you want about the actual product on TV, but everything on the network it seems like it's gold. Tonight was a great night for wrestling in general. Kicking off with the NXT show, we got the huge Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura matchup that everybody's been waiting for at least 3 weeks, and it finally happened. And man, that was great. That was a really awesome matchup. Seeing those two lock up for the first time in a WWE ring was great. Shinsuke Nakamura scored the victory with the Boombaye or the Shinkasa, or I think it's what it's called now. But I like calling it the Boombaye. I think it's a cooler name in my opinion. But yeah, they had a back and forth matchup, really good. What you can expect from those two in that ring. That's great chemistry. They've been in the ring so many times in the past, but for the first time in a WWE ring, and it was great. But as much as I love that match, as much as I think that match was just amazing, and it was awesome. I was in a way I was kind of happy when it was done, not because it was bad, because I was just super excited for the Cruiserweight Classic CWC to get started. I wanted to see how everything was going to look, how they were going to do this show, and man, did they not. Oh man, it was amazing, man. They did not ruin it at all. If anybody was scared, oh man, they're gonna, crap on these guys. Which nobody probably said that. They knew that this was gonna be amazing. If you watch NXT, you gotta know WWE was gonna bring it here, and man, everything was perfect. Now, before we even get to the matches of this show, let's just talk about the production. First of all, we got Mauro Ronaldo and Daniel Bryan on commentary. Two guys who know these wrestlers. They can call the moves. They can do everything. If this was Michael Cole and JBL, this would not have worked tonight. I'm so happy that we didn't get crappy, Michael Cole botching moves and botching names and JBL does, I love it, So that was good to get away from that from a night. No JBL and Cole for a night. That was amazing. So yeah, those guys were awesome on commentary. They call every single match, put these guys over. Before that though, man, the thing is what they did. They took their time to let these guys have little promos, so you get to know who these guys are, where they're from, and why they want to be in the Cruiserweight Classic. And they did that for every single match. And then when the match came, they got in the ring. They kind of had some like UFC like stuff going on here tonight, where the referee would tell them to come to the middle of the ring, tell them that they went over the rules in the back, and if they want to, they can shake hands. It's kind of ROH kind of style too, with that. So that was pretty cool. I really like that. It was made it very different from what you see on Raw and SmackDown and even NXT. Having to shake hands for honor. Also, at the end of the match, they also had the refs like hold each other's hand like at the end of a UFC bout, and raise the winner's hand, which was really cool. But let's get to these matches, man. Grand Metalik versus Alejandro Ciaz. I'm probably about to butcher every single person's name in this tournament, but that I don't know. But I think I got them right there. Man, these guys were awesome. And let me say this before I even begin talking about this match. Every single match on this show was completely different. There was no match that was alike. This first match is where you got your I wouldn't say typical, but what you expected from this. You think cruiserweights, you're thinking high flying action, and this opening bout gave you that. It gave you high flying action, grand metallic. Man, this dude, he was doing some like tightrope stuff, hitting. Oh my, he did his one move. Oh man, a tope. He did like a tope out of the ring, tope plancha, out of the ring. But he didn't like jump over the thing. I thought he botched. It looked like he botched it, but he actually meant to do that. He jumped from. He when he sprung over the ropes, he hit the middle rope. Like how hard is it? How impossible it has to be to have enough speed to hit jump on the middle rope and then fly over with a plancha, like a Sami Zayn like plancha. That was crazy, man. The Alejandro dude was pretty cool too. I think he was from like Chile or something. He did like a springboard shooting star press. That was crazy. But Grand Metalik ended up winning with a Fisherman's Buster to get the 3 count. So he moves on. I'm kind of happy he moved on because I want to see more of this guy. 'Cause he was very impressive to me. I really enjoyed him. Next was this guy was from China, Ho Ho Loon versus Araria Davari. Now this is supposed to be Davari's brother. I think he's from Minnesota. This match was different. This match was kind of in my opinion, this was your WWE like matchup, what you would see in WWE. It wasn't a lot of high flying. It wasn't high flying. It was more kicks, punches. Davari's more of a brawler, and Ho Ho was like kind of little strong style going on in there. But they complemented each other well. A lot of great counters in this matchup. Man, what you call it? Devar hit a sick freaking net breaker on that guy, man, on Ho Ho. Ho Ho kicked Devar in the back of the head and picked him up and kicked him in the face. And I really love the finish of this matchup because it's something that in WWE this move would not finish anybody. Just because there's so many crazy moves in the WWE right now that a move like this wouldn't finish anybody. But I like that Ho Ho uses as a finisher, a finisher that's probably seen so many times in Japanese wrestling as a finisher back in the day, and that is it was a German suplex, a perfectly placed German suplex with the bridge. 1, 2, 3, ho ho moves on in the tournament. I want to see more of this guy too. I wish we could see more of Davari. I think this Davari could be signed for a contract. Man, I really liked him. He had he put the heel persona on, playing the crowd. Good stuff, man. Both of those guys, great job. Next was the match I was looking forward to because it had Cedric Alexander. A lot of people know this guy from Ring of Honor, and we know that he is an amazing athlete, man. This guy is crazy in the ring versus this guy named Clement Pitoche. I may be butchering that, but he's from France. I think he was trained by Lance Storm. And this guy was impressive, man. It's probably one of my favorite matches of the night. I don't know between this one and the main event, but man, these guys went at it. Cedric Alexander, I've seen this guy before. This dude does some crazy athletic stuff, man. He did like a backflip, caught the dude in the head scissors, and flipped him over. Oh man, so many freaking crazy things. And this Clement guy, he's more of like a brawler too. He hit a sick like spinning lariat on Cedric Alexander. I really like both of these guys. I hope both of these guys end up getting signed. Man, Daniel Brown was in there putting over this the hard hitting style of both men in this matchup. So was Ronaldo. Both of them was really putting over all the moves in this matchup, and he ended up hitting his. I think it's called the move called the lumberjack. It was like he throws him up the air into like a backstabber. What a awesome! Such an awesome finisher, man. I'm happy he was able to use that in this matchup, and he got the win over Clement. But very very solid match. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully, we see more of Clement somewhere down the line. But Cedric, man, he's moving on. Did you count to it? He had an awesome song too. His song. I thought they were all gonna come up with like some generic things, but he had like an actual song in the when he came out, and it was pretty sweet, man. I actually would like to hear a full version of that. But next was the match everybody was looking forward to, the main event between Kota Ibushi, the Golden Star from New Japan. Everybody knows Kota Ibushi versus Sean Maluta. He's one of the he's part of the Samoan dynasty, one of those Fatus. He's cousins with Roman Reigns and The Rock and the Usos. There's tons of them out there. But this is another one. This was the main event. And this match started off a little slow at first, and I was like, "Oh man, cause I've seen Kota, but not a lot of him." So I was really excited to see what he really does in the ring because I couldn't really remember because I only seen a couple matches before of Kota, and never seen anything about Sean. But they picked it up, man. It seems like once Kota hit that, he had like a huge, like freaking the craziest Pele. I have ever seen. I think it was Sean who was on the top rope, and then Kota Ibushi just like flung his freaking body in the air into a freaking huge freaking Pele. Just I don't know, it was like he like defied gravity. I was like, what the hell? But it was crazy. And then he did hit like a triangle moonsault that was really sweet. Man, those kicks he was hitting, man. Dan Brown wasn't kidding when they said this guy can kick. Those kicks were, oh my god, he was lighting Sean up with some of those kicks. But I gotta give it to Sean as well. He hit an awesome like Savat super kick right to the face. Coda sold it like $1,000, $1,000,000. Yeah, it was a really really good match. But in the end, it was Kota Ibushi who would lift him up into the power palm position and hit a last ride, a sit out last ride for the win. Oh my God, this tournament is going to be absolutely amazing. It is on, guys, and this was just the tip of the iceberg. There's going to be tons of more stuff next week. We're going to get Kota Ibushi versus Cedric Alexander. I am ready for that. And so many other guys. I think Tajiri wrestles next week. I'm just ready for this, man. This has just been great, and I just can't thank Triple H enough for just thinking out of the box, man, and putting on something for the people, something that would just show these guys, give these guys who would never really get an opportunity in the WWE a shot to show their talents. Not all these guys aren't going to get signed. It's not going to happen at the end of this, but these guys are going to get exposed to the world, and people are going to know who these people are when they see them. They're going to be, oh man, that's blah 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 from the Cruiserweight Classic from the WWE Network. They're gonna know that because of this, and I can't. Oh man, these guys are gonna put on a hell of a show, and I'm just ready for this ride. What a week this is gonna be, guys. I mean, we got Raw coming up, the final Raw before the draft. Then next day, SmackDown Live with the draft happening that night. So we're gonna see exactly who's gonna be on each show, and then the day after that, NXT, and then the Cruiserweight Classic. Oh my God, what a time to be a wrestling fan, guys. This is all I gotta say. It's some good stuff is coming, guys. But tell me in the comments below what did you like about who's your favorite competitor in the Cruiserweight Classic? What's your favorite matchup so far? Cedric Alexander and Kota Ibushi, man. Those are my two favorite guys right now. Those guys put on a hell of a show. Other guys was great too. But yeah, guys, man, this is going to be great. But until my next video, comment, rate, subscribe, and stay go, everybody. Peace.